Guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are making beans, Nigerian porridge beans. We have our beans, the yam, fish, pepper, onion, seasoning cube, red oil, and your crayfish powder. First, you have to wash your beans. These beans, I soaked it for over 1 hour so that it will release the excess gas in it. Wash it, put it in a pot, then cover it and bring it to a boil. Now when your beans is boiled, you turn off the heat, add in the cold water, then strain the beans. Next, you have to put the beans back into a pot in a clean water. Turn on your gas, then add in a whole lot of onions. It depends on if you like onions, but me, I prefer onions like so much in my beans because it helps to bring out the natural taste of the beans. Next, you have to check if the beans is soft. This is how soft your beans needs to be before you add in your yam. Remember, it is beans and yam, so you need to cut your yam in a small cubes. You don't need to cut the yam as big as it's as big. Then you have to make sure that you turn it that in a way that the yam will enter inside, like it should go in very well. Look at it, you are allowing the water to cover it, the water and the beans to cover the yam so that it will cook easily. Remember, your beans is already soft, so you don't want it to be over soft. Then cover to bring for the yam to cook. Then next, our yam is done. You add in your blended pepper. It is optional. You can use a dry pepper, you can use a dry Cameroon pepper, your dry red pepper, anyone you wishes to. Then you have to add in your seasoning cube. I'm using 1 more cube here. You add in your crayfish, your crayfish powder and salt to taste. Then after adding these things, you need to stir it and cover it up and bring it to a boil. Next, in another pan, you need to add your red oil. Generously add the red oil. It brings out the taste of the beans, and not only does it bring out the taste of the beans, it makes it looks colorful. And when you have enough onions in the bean, enough oil in the beans, it will not really affect you. Like, some people eat beans, it purges them and it gives them heartburn. If you add enough oil, it might really reduce those things. Add a little. If you are using fish, you can add a little bit of onions to fry your fish. If you are not using fish, you can skip this step. Fry your fish and bring it out. Please, when you are cooking red oil for your beans, you don't have to bleach the oil. Don't allow the oil to bleach. Then after frying your fish, you add in the rest of the onions that you've sliced. The remaining pepper, blended pepper that is remaining, you add it. Allow it to cook for some minutes. This is how it should look like when it has cooked. You can see it is beginning to look a little bit dried. Add in your crayfish powder, your seasoning cube and salt. And while cooking beans, you don't really need much seasoning cube. I think you just need a little bit of seasoning cube because beans has its own natural taste, so it might not really be needing such a seasoning cube. My main ingredient for cooking beans is onion, onion and crayfish. It brings out the best of it, because beans on its own, even if you didn't cook it with seasoning cube, with anything, you can actually eat it and still enjoy it like that. So when you add in this ingredient, you have to stir and allow it to cook a bit. Now you see how it should look like. This is it. Next, you have to turn in the oil and pepper mixture that you fried into your beans. Yes, voila. This is the main style of the dish. You can see how it is bubbling. It is bubbling, 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 bubbling. When you've turned in your oil into your beans, you have to stir from the bottom to the up, so that it will really marinate, some to incorporate together. Yes, it will incorporate together. Please, I will advise you shouldn't use a stainless this thing for this, a stainless spoon for this, because it's beans easily get burnt. So I prefer use your wooden spatula for this, or you use your plastic spoon for this. It depends on the pot you are using though. Then you have to turn, make sure you mix it very well together. Then after mixing, you can choose to add water if you want to add water, but I added a little bit of water because I don't like my beans being too thick. Then adding your crayfish powder and some. Then you test for salt, if that's for your ingredient, if it's okay. I've tested for my salt and it's very, very okay. Then you have to add your fish. If you're using fish, cover it and bring it to a boil for some minutes. And while it has boiled, we are going to go in with a vegetable of your choice. If you like vegetable, if you doesn't like vegetable, you can eat it like that and it's okay. But me, I like adding vegetables to my beans. And this is me adding my green vegetable, the one we normally call green in Nigeria. I don't know what they call it out there. Then after adding it, when you are turning it, please turn off the heat, and after turning it, you have to cover it, and voila, your beans is ready. Who said this beans is not looking nice? You have to dish it and enjoy with your family member. I hope this video has really helped you a lot. If you find it difficult to cook your Nigerian meals, this is the simplest and the easiest way you can prepare your Nigerian beans, and it will come out so good. Meanwhile, thank you so much, and I hope to see you. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and wait for the next video to turn up. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye bye.